Welcome back from the break. You're watching NewsX and I'm Savri Jindal. A powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake has left Indonesia reeling, with the death toll rising to at least 38. The massive tremor triggered building collapses, landslides and panic across eastern Indonesia, forcing thousands to flee to safety. Terrifying scenes show people running as structures crumble around them. A brief tsunami warning was also issued and later lifted. With dozens of aftershocks continuing to rock the region, rescue teams are racing against time to find those still trapped under the rubble. To help you understand better what exactly the situation on the ground is, we have certain images and videos that truly tell us the situation on the ground, and we'll quickly go to that first. Let's put out what I have over here on my screen. There you have it. Some visuals that were captured during the earthquake, after the earthquake struck. This is number one on our screens. As you can see, this is a home. Like you can see over here, the kind of damage that we see to these buildings is very evident, with of course debris all over the place, things shattered, people picking up their bags, leaving with whatever they can as evacuation kickstarts. Number two on your screens, again, more of the debris and the extent of damage. There are of course certain buildings also that have collapsed. Here is of course a visual that shows us how the roof of this building collapsed, with of course rescue teams over there on the ground trying to scuffle through the rubble as the rescue operations continue. Number three on your screens is another visual where, as you can see, the building has been reduced to rubble following the earthquake. Over here as well, you see the extent of damage over here as well, and the aftermath on your screens. Number four is another visual, and here you see exactly what's happened. This building right over here, yes, there is damage to this building, but the one towards the left side has completely fallen, with only the rooftop put together in this visual. As you can see, of course, the dish over here, also the television can be seen. Number five on our screens, this of course also shows the damage to the building, where of course if you see this side of the building, you'll see the kind of damage, but on the floor as well, you see a lot of rubble, a lot of bricks also on the ground. Another visual that we're tracking over here shows how this building has been completely, of course, the front section of this building has fallen to the floor, with of course the rubble right over here. Another visual that we're tracking over here shows just the rubble. Here's in fact what we call a monitor. You can see the keyboard also over here. So it looks like perhaps it was an office space that was created, but again, lots and lots of debris, the aftermath of the earthquake visible right over here in this visual. Another one that we're tracking, of course, people in the community coming together to help one another, but again, the rooftop over here also, it's literally slanting and half of it is on the floor. Another visual that we're tracking of the same building, and here you see the front section of the building and how the earthquake has caused extensive damage to the building. Here's another visual where you can see, of course, how the earthquake has caused damage to this building as well. There are cracks that can be seen on this house. Here's another one over here. Buildings that were shaking due to the strong tremors and the aftermath visible over there as well. Again, like I said, rescue operations are underway. People are there on the ground. Here, of course, towards your right side, you see the staircase and how all you see over there is bricks, broken bricks everywhere. Let's now put out some videos over here, and this is one that has been taken from inside a school. As you can see, this is when the earthquake took place. There were students sitting packed together, rather sitting on chairs, perhaps something happening in the auditorium over there, but this is when the earthquake took place. Another visual that we're tracking over here of how the roof was quite literally collapsing. Students were quite literally huddling under tables to protect themselves as the debris kept on falling. Again, you saw over there how that basket also fell towards the left side, and again this visual completely showing what exactly happened in that moment. Another visual over here, but this is taken in a darker space, so not much is visible. Let's put out another visual rather. Here's another visual that tells us exactly what happened. This is outside of the same premises, the auditorium that I was talking about. People, of course, running out as this building crumbles into pieces, quite literally. They're carrying chairs on their heads, trying to protect themselves and run away from the building and go to a safer location. Another visual that we have over here is of a bridge that is shaking violently. This is, of course, happened during the earthquake is when this video was taken. And imagine cars must be crossing on this road while this bridge was shaking from left to right. Here's another video that tells us exactly what happened. And this is really shocking. As you can see, that particular building, we understand this was a 4 or 5 story building over there, that has slanted. People, of course, as you can see, are running around. There's a car also over here and trying to assess the situation as it unfolds. Here's another video that tells us, shows us the aftermath of a building that has crumbled with debris all over the place. This is a particular building that has collapsed, severe damage as we can see in this visual. Here's another one on our screens, and in split seconds, a large building collapsing and crumbling into pieces, people carrying their bags and whatever they could in their hands and quite literally running for their lives. Remember, this is a 7.7 magnitude earthquake that we're talking about. So the intensity was there and people quite literally doing what they can do at that point in time to save themselves. These are the videos that we have, the photographs that we've shown you. It tells us exactly what happened in that moment. Let me now quickly go across to my colleague Atul Ranjan, who joins us on the broadcast. Atul, I do want to understand from you what exactly is the death toll at the moment, and give us an understanding of the rescue operations that are taking place.
38 and over a dozen people are said to have already been identified as injured in the whole aftermath of the earthquake. Now what we're given to understand is that the rescue operations are underway. However, the rescue teams and the disaster relief teams are yet trying to get into the deeper areas, those particular areas that are considered to be the closest to the epicenter of the whole earthquake, because those areas have been in a way cut off by the massive landslides that those areas have seen, and obviously about 80 odd buildings that have also collapsed or suffered cracks. That has also not helped the whole rescue mission. Now what we are given to understand is that over 2,000 people were either rescued or they evacuated themselves. However, thousands and thousands of more people are also being advised to vacate the particular area, and also specifically those buildings, not venturing, getting into those buildings who are already who have already suffered cracks or are likely to maybe collapse, given the fact that there have been over several dozens of aftershocks that have been coming right after the 7.7 magnitude earthquake that hit Indonesia. Now what we're also given to understand is that several of the videos have obviously emerged that shows the level of the the tremors that were felt. We have seen videos emerging from classrooms as well as those from hospitals. Right now what we're given to understand is that several hospitals in those particular areas in fact are operating under open skies. There we can see IV fluid stands as well, patients their beds, everything out in the open,
right,
because some of the commercial as well as the medical areas, medical facilities have also suffered damages. So clearly the damages is quite extensive, but given the fact that there are several aftershocks are also coming, that is in a way also hindering the whole rescue and relief mission that is underway.
Okay, all right. Atul, appreciate you joining us on the broadcast. We're now being joined by guests. Dr. Naveen Bhatnagar, former DIG of the NDRF, joins us on the broadcast. Mr. Hadza Min Fadhli Robbie, Associate Professor of the Department of International Relations, Islamic University of Indonesia, also is with us as well. Appreciate both of you taking out time. And let me go across to Mr. Robbie first. Sir, I do want to understand from you, are you in Indonesia at the moment?
1,500 kilometers from the epicenter of the earthquake.
All right, sir. So help me understand what exactly is the situation on the ground as far as rescue and relief is concerned. Have you contacted people who were there, close to the epicenter where the earthquake took place? What are you hearing so far?
Yes, so I have one professor who is working at the local Catholic college in the city of Maumere, that is located exactly at the eastern Nusa Tenggara, the epicenter of the earthquake. But so far, I haven't heard anything from him. And inside of this WhatsApp group that we are joining, we are still waiting from his news. And probably many people couldn't get any proper connection since a lot of IT infrastructure are destroyed due to this strong earthquake, and so far it's very difficult to ensure anything that happened on the ground. But so far as I've observed in local media that is trying to transmit some news through limited channels, so far they've been saying that 1,000, at least 1,000 families have been affected from this earthquake. And this is still not verified because there is such a lack of communication coming from that region.
Right, absolutely. I do want to, in fact, put out some breaking updates that we're tracking on the broadcast. We're understanding right now that the death toll from Indonesia's 7.7 magnitude earthquake has now risen to 38, with several people feared trapped inside the collapsed buildings. The powerful quake triggered widespread damage, forcing residents to flee from their homes. Rescue teams are continuing their operations as authorities assess the full extent of the destruction. Let me go across to Dr. Naveen Bhatnagar on that front. So we've now, of course, Mr. Robbie has given us an understanding on the ground, the major challenges. And as we understand, the death toll right now is at 38, with IT infrastructure being extensively damaged. There is a lack of communication. And I do want to also talk about the fact that there have been multiple aftershocks. What do you make of it? How difficult is the rescue and relief operation going to be at present?
So it's an unpredictable, this devastating situation, and very crucial. This earthquake was 7.7 is a really very dangerous also, and so lot of loss were reported in this project, in this area. So I mean to say that already time and again this country is facing such type of devastating situations, but is really havoc. And 7.7 really I'm surprised to know, but anyhow, the people, their government, their rescue operators and their agencies are working hard to find out the debris, to find out the bodies under the debris and vanished in this mud. Anyhow, people are trying their level best to help the people to dig out the people. They should also use the sniffer dogs who are trained, and also life locator systems, electronic devices, and other technological instruments also to find out the people who are under debris. But if there is any air pocket they were knowing, or they got it, so definitely we will achieve to save their life. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm getting some more breaking updates on that front. East Nusa